Hey guys, I'm here from Transformers and Video Games and welcome back to the channel. I was back at it again this weekend garage sale hunting and came away with, among other things, a very cool Game Boy Color lot. You're going to want to check this one out. So grab yourself a frosty beverage, sit back and enjoy the video. Hey guys, I thought I'd take this opportunity to check in real quick. It's really not a nice day for garage sale hunting. It's been raining off and on all day. I think there's a lot of people that maybe were planning on having garage sales and just canceled them altogether just because they were predicting really heavy rains all day. But anyways, I've made my first pickup of the day. I thought I'd show real quick. For $15, I bought this stack of games. I've got Castlevania Lords of the Shadow for the Xbox 360. And this is some kind of a limited collector's edition. Apparently it comes with the soundtrack to the game on there. I believe I've got it for the PS3, but I've just got the regular edition for that. I didn't even know there was a collector's edition. For the original Xbox, I've got Star Wars: The Clone Wars, Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic, Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Hulk. I don't actually have an original Xbox. I'm really hoping that these games are backward compatible with my Xbox 360. I know that some of them are and many of them aren't. Soul Calibur 2. These are all box complete. I've got a special not for resale limited edition of this Sega GT 2002. And on the flip side, there's another game, Jet Set Radio Future. And this is probably maybe the best game from the bundle. For the Xbox 360, I got Nier. I've heard this is a really good game. I just haven't had an opportunity to play it. So anyways, I'm going to leave it at that for now, and hopefully I will check in again in a little bit. Alright guys, I just bought a nice little Game Boy lot. I walked up to a table at a garage sale, and there were two nylon cases like this sitting there. So I had a look at what was inside. And let me just show you here. There were two Game Boy Color units, one in each case, and a small selection of games. Both of these Game Boy systems have their battery cover, which is great, and the woman assured me that they're both in perfect working order. I offered them $40 Canadian for it. She came back at $60, and we met in the middle at $50. So it sounds a little bit high, but I think when I show you the games that I got a little bit later, I think you'll agree that it was still a worthwhile purchase. Anyways, I'm going to keep going and we'll check in again a little bit later. Okay, so I already showed you part of this pickup while I was out and about in the car, but here are the two nylon carrying cases that the Game Boy Color systems came in. And of course, I showed you earlier that I got a lime green and a teal Game Boy Color. Both of them have their battery covers, which is great. And I'm just going to open up one of them. I've had a look at both, but the battery terminals are clean on both of them. Sometimes people store the systems with the batteries in it, and then of course, quite often you get battery leakage, which can really damage the unit. So I'm glad to see that these ones were stored without batteries. I've got a Game Boy link cable here, so that's nice. I'll never use it, but it's nice to have, I guess. Now, I've taken all the games that came with the lot out of their little clamshells here, just because I know it's really difficult to see games or the covers of the games when they're in there. Starting with, it's not a game, of course. This is a Game Shark Pro. This is version 3.0. And I've never looked for one of these, but I did a quick search on eBay just to see what ambitious sellers were selling them for. And it looks like people are asking for a minimum of $30 Canadian, which I think is probably pretty outrageous. I can't imagine there being much of a demand for these days, but maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments if you know otherwise. Now I'll run through the games. I've got Ballistic. One thing I've heard about this one, if I'm thinking of the same game, is that the physics are off in this one, which is a little bit annoying. I mean, it's sort of, if the physics are off, then it means that it sort of comes down to a game of luck or chance, and I just kind of don't see the point of that. So I probably won't spend a lot of time playing that one. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Chase HQ. And this last one looks really interesting. Wizards and Warriors X, Fortress of Fear. If I'm not mistaken, I've got this game, but again, I could be wrong. I think that the sticker decal, the cover art there looks fantastic. Really like the way that looks. Now we'll move along to some of the other games that came with it. There's Pokemon Pinball, Pokemon Silver Edition. Nice label on that one. Pokemon Gold version. Pokemon Red. Now, unfortunately, you can see here that there is some label damage on that one that I didn't notice while I was making the completing the transaction, but I mean, it is what it is. And then the last game I got was Pokemon Special Pikachu Edition. So this is really great. I didn't have any Pokemon games in my collection before buying this lot, so that's really good. And I've actually been tempted to try a Pokemon game for a while. Now, I do have some DS Pokemon games, but I'm wondering, for the ones that I picked up today, maybe people could make a suggestion in the comments. Let me know which one you would suggest that I start with. And as far as the price, I mean, it's funny. People tend to attach a higher value to these lots when they include the actual device. Like if you're buying, a Game Boy lot and it includes a Game Boy, they'll tack on a much higher price tag usually than if they're just selling games alone. Same thing with consoles. People seem to think that consoles go for a lot of money and that the games themselves are basically giveaways for a couple of bucks. So obviously, if this hadn't come with the 2 Game Boy Colors, I probably could have got the games for a lot cheaper. But again, I don't have either of those colors, so I'm glad to have both color variants in my collection now. And yeah, I mean, that's it for my Game Boy pickups lot. All right, well, in addition to what I've already shown you, I did get a handful of other games from other garage sales. Not enough to break down garage sale by garage sale. I'm just going to show you what I got and let you know what I paid for each one. So first off, I got the Jak and Daxter collection for the PS Vita. And this is actually the first time I've ever found a PS Vita game at a garage sale. I was fortunate enough, I believe it was at the end of last year, to find 4 PS Vita games at a thrift shop, and they were only $3 each. So that's what sort of kickstarted my PS Vita collection. But this one I did find for $5. So I thought that was a fantastic price since it is pretty difficult to find PS Vita games these days. So I got that game. Then for the PS1, I got Wheel of Fortune 2nd Edition. And kind of a coincidence since the World Cup's happening right now, but I got World Cup 98 for the PS1. Now, I've got a feeling that somebody might have beat me to this garage sale and purchased other games from them. It just seems like an odd selection of PS1 games to be available at the garage sale. Like I said, I'm guessing there were some other titles that somebody snapped up before I got there. For the Nintendo GameCube, I got Medal of Honor Frontline. So that's not bad. I don't have a very large GameCube collection, so it's always nice to add stuff to that. Then for the Xbox 360, I got Rainbow Six Vegas. And finally, I got Halo 4. So I'm pretty sure I don't have Halo 4. I've got a number of the other titles for the Xbox 360. It's a great series, and it's also an Xbox exclusive, obviously, so it's not like I can play this on my PS3 or PS4. One last pickup that's not video game related at all. I'm a big Resident Evil fan, so I managed to find this triple feature DVD set right here. It includes Resident Evil Apocalypse, and Resident Evil Extinction. And it looks like it's got the English and French versions. Not that that really makes a difference. But I'm a huge Resident Evil fan, so this is just another great thing to add to my Resident Evil collection. All right, well, that's it for my pickups, so I'm going to leave it at that for today. I think by far my best pickup of the day was the Game Boy Color and Pokemon lot. I know it cost me $50 Canadian, but I think taking the games into consideration, it was still well worth it for that price. As always, leave me a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think of my pickups this week, and of this video. And if you like what I'm doing on YouTube, please consider liking my video by giving it a big thumbs up. It helps me a lot. It just tells YouTube that there's people that are enjoying my content. It's interaction, and it means that they'll recommend my videos to other like-minded people. And again, if you want, please consider supporting my channel by subscribing. Anyways, thanks again, everybody. Take care.